welcome back to my channel, Jamie Friend Colors. Today we are going to do part 3 of our love letter book by Momo Girl. If you haven't seen 1, 2, or the flip through, I suggest you watch those. So here he is. So we've done his face and his hair, and he's so dang cute. Love it. Alright, we are using Black Widow pencils, and I'm thinking he needs, what color of clothing do we want this boy to have? He's got green eyes. Maybe a green cardigan might be fun. Let's grab the same greens we used for his eyes. And what's this? Grab my handy dandy piece of paper here because I don't know these pencils as well. So here is the olive green we used in his eyes and the olive gold. I feel like we probably need a middle color. What is this? We need like a middle tone earth green. Earthy green. I'm not really seeing that in these sets. What's this? Charcoal green. It's gonna be darker. Well, see, that would be good. Darker. Wouldn't be bad. But I just feel like this doesn't go very well. Let's see. Let me think about my other kinds of pencils, if there is something. Okay. Let's see, here is my Pablo pencil, or yeah, Polychromos pencil. Yeah, like that color, you know what I mean? Let's see. You like, and then use this for the darkest. Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay. I don't feel like I'm the best at coloring clothes, but we'll have some fun. All right, so this is charcoal green, our darkest color. And I'm gonna go kind of in these shadowing indications that she gave us. These shading indications. Can I talk tonight? My kids are like finally asleep, and to the point where I don't think they're gonna get up again. Let's hope. And so I'm like, let me color. I should be productive instead of just mulling around what I've been doing for the last hour, because they come up, my one comes up the stairs a lot after you put him to bed. Some nights we have to put him to bed like 7 or 8 times. But I think he's asleep, so let's do something productive. But it's late. Well, it's not late. It's just evening, which is not when I usually film. I usually film during the day while they're all at school. And so I find that I'm having a difficult time finding my words. All right. Tomorrow I have to go to my son's annual IEP meeting, so wish me luck, any of you that have to do those. You know what I mean. I'm hoping it all goes smoothly. The teacher he's been with, this is his second year with this teacher, and she's been really good. Like, I think the worst part of going to those IEP meetings is like when they sit you down and they tell you everything your child can't do. And everything that he's behind in. And it's so hard. Like, and that's all they tell you. And it's like, he can't meet his goals, he can't do this, he can't do that. And like, you just want to cry. You're like, I'm working so hard with him and he's trying so hard, and you just want to cry. And it's so hard. But this teacher's been really good about like showing me the things he can do and what he's progressing on, and then his behavior as well, you know. So I'm hoping it'll be like, we have to talk about the things that, you know, he can't do and make goals to help him get there. But I don't know. It's like that comic. Have you ever seen that comic where there's a whole line of different animals, and there's like an elephant and a monkey and a fish and a whatever there is, and they're like, okay, you all have to pass the same test and meet the same standards, and your test is to climb the tree. You know, and kids aren't all made the same, and people aren't all made the same, and it's really hard for some kids to have to pass the same test and meet the same standards as other kids, you know? And they should be able to progress at their own level, and as long as they're making progress, it should be celebrated. That's how I feel anyways, especially with these kids that have, you know, special needs. And like, my son's autistic and he's very behind, but he's the sweetest little thing. He's so kind. He's never been mean to anybody, never lashed out, never hit, he's so sweet. And if someone else is crying, like, he starts sympathy crying and wants to make sure they're okay. And if my youngest is in trouble or going to bed, he brings him his teddy bear and makes sure he has what he needs. And he's so sweet, but no, he's 8 years old and he can't read. He can't tie his shoes. He, you know, struggles to do the zipper up on his coat, you know, but there's so many other things that can be celebrated. And I just think kids should be celebrated as much as they are. As much as their flaws are pointed out as well, you know? That's one reason I don't take him with me to the IEP. I don't think it's necessary at this age. As he gets older, it might be. That might change. But right now, I find that I just don't think it's necessary for him to sit there and have to listen to it. So, all right, this is the polychromos I pulled, and this is, what color is this? Olive green yellowish. My goodness, I can't do it tonight. Okay, so we're gonna put this in. We'll see how the two pencils blend together, I guess. I think they'll blend pretty good. They seem to feel about the same laying down on the paper. They seem fairly similar. Polychromos are just more expensive. I'm leaving kind of a space here. I want it to be lighter. So I'm leaving that space. I almost wonder. Well, we'll see. Okay. Might change my mind on the colors here. Okay. What happened to that olive gold that we had? I'm testing my paper again. Okay, I'm gonna try taking, I'm gonna sharpen it first. I'm gonna try taking that olive gold instead. I just think it might look really nice. It'd be a little lighter, give us a little more of a highlight. So. I'm putting it over everything that I've laid down so far, just so it blends. Because we are blending by layering with these pencils. It feels really nice. I really like that color blend. That's really nice, those three colors together. I'm glad we pulled that polychromos out to go with it. I'm using really light pressure. These pencils work best by just like layering the product up rather than pressing the product in or smushing the product around like we do with our Prismacolors. So these blend just by layers, which means you have to use more layers than you do like Prismacolors. But that's how you build them up. So just, if it doesn't look blended enough, just keep adding color. Add more layers. And see if you can't kind of work that blend out. I like this olivey green color. I've always liked those kind of ugly colors, you know. This is like baby food green, you know. I've always liked them. I just think they look good as, well, for when I look good wearing them. They're kind of my colors, more neutrals, more fall kind of colors, autumn colors. Maybe that's why I like them so much. It's more out of my comfort zone to do the bright colors, which we've been doing some more lately. Like we've done a few girls with like pink hair and stuff, but no, that's like, I've done quite a few lately, but that's just not the norm for me. If you go back through my coloring books and my binders, you'll see that I use a lot of more neutrals and browns and greens than I do like bright pinks and mint greens, and we all have our preferences. All right, I'm gonna take that olive green in the polychromos pencil and I'm going to build it up along the inside edge just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to go back to the olive gold. This color reminds me of my great-grandparents. I think it was a popular color in their generation. I remember my one great-grandma would wear, that's the one I haven't used. Okay, let's go to that olive green in the polychromos. My one great-grandma, she would wear a lot of olive green and gold. And so I just remember her wearing a lot of that. And then I had a lot of great grandparents. So then my one set of great grandparents, they had like shag carpet, kind of gold, and then these olive green and gold curtains. I wouldn't go that far. I wear these colors, but I wouldn't put them as furnishings in my home. We all have our own preferences, but it's funny, like, it's interesting, like, what different things you associate, or colors you associate, or smells you associate with things. It's fun, you know? My grandpa that just passed away, I just went to his funeral, and I kind of associate a light powder blue with him. I think he wore a lot of that kind of color. But interestingly enough, like, I don't know that I've ever said that to anybody, that I just think a light powder blue with him, but his coffin was a light powder blue. It was beautiful and nice. And it's just interesting that obviously I'm not the only one, or I don't know if he picked it himself when he was alive or if they picked it after he passed. I don't know those details, but interesting that we... Do you guys do that? Do you associate people with colors, or am I just crazy? Like, let's see, what else? Who else could I do? My dad, he is like a gray blue, like a smoky blue color. That's the color I would associate him with. And my mom, I would associate like purple. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just odd. Let me know if I'm odd in the comments down below, or let me know that I'm not odd and I'm not alone in the comments down below. She's a crazy person. Okay, I've gone into that gold green now, adding a layer of that. This paper is really nice to color on. I don't know, it just feels easy to color on, you know? I like it. So are her other books. I don't feel like I'm fighting the paper or anything. Of course, I'm just using pencils, but I'm not using any wet mediums. I don't know how they would hold up to that. But for dry mediums, paper is wonderful. And I'm picky about my paper, so... Nice to have a paper you're not fighting. Okay, I'm going to go back to that olive green and the polychromos. back to that gold, olive gold. I'm just kind of going between the two. Till I get kind of the opacity that I want. This has some texture in it that hasn't been burnished out. And I'm kind of liking it because like cardigans have that kind of texture to them. So I'm not really interested in burnishing out or pressing out that texture. I'm just going to kind of play into it. This is our darkest color, the charcoal green. All right, I'm gonna grab banana, and I'm going to put this on the stripes. Just going to bus coat our stripes with B-A-N-A-N-A. N-A-N-A-B. B-A-N-A-N-A. Banana. Coat it. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take the olive gold and I'm going to put in some shading. See that? How it kind of... pretty subtle, but it just adds a little something. We'll do it off of here too. What is this? I'm looking for something to kind of shade the white a little bit because I want to keep it white, but I want to be able to shade it. I think this suede will do the trick. So let's, yeah, there we go. Okay, I really like that. I'm gonna put a little on the buttons as well. All right. Okay, here we are with his little outfit. I really like the colors. I think they're really nice. The whole thing is very soft and just goes well together. And I hope that I can do that with the background as well, and that I don't know. I'm a little nervous because I think like pansies, let's do purple, but I don't know that that's the color to do. So I'm gonna have a think on that, and we will color them in next time for the last part of this cute little boy. But I really like him. I just love how soft and cute he is. He seems so docile, you know, like so sweet. And I have 3 little boys in my life, and they aren't always that sweet. So, they're good little boys. I love them, but they're not wearing button-ups and cardigans and calling me ma'am, you know? So this is way cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with a friend, subscribing to the channel. That always helps me out. And I'm really grateful that you guys come and watch, and for those of you who comment as well. I really enjoy that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you guys have an awesome week or weekend, and that you find time to relax and de-stress and let some of life go, and maybe throw some color around. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.